Hi, this is John Cipriano from Modera Wealth Management. This is our third session focused on philanthropic planning and tax planning combined. They go hand in hand. When you turn 70, you'll have to take out your Social Security if you haven't done so already. And that money will show up on your tax return along with your other sources of income, interest, dividends, capital gains, and maybe a pension. That will pop your income up and possibly raise your tax bracket from whatever it was prior to receiving this income. During this period of time, depending on what your bracket is and what it may even rise to even further when you have to start taking out money out of your IRAs in the form of a required minimum distribution, otherwise known as an RMD, that money will add on to your tax return in addition to the Social Security and in addition to your other sources of income. If we can smooth these things out by doing charitable donations, which has got to be something you're passionate about doing, there is different opportunities to do it. The first, when you start taking money out of your required minimum distributions, you're allowed by the IRS to take out qualified charitable distributions, otherwise termed QCDs, which means that if you had a RMD of $50,000 for the year, you're able to take out up to that amount and not pay any taxes on it. It is not a deduction, it is just a reduction of what otherwise would show up on the front page of your tax return as ordinary income. That is a big boost. You do not need to even itemize your deductions. So that is something that's very easily taken care of. If in addition to that amount, and you're allowed to do up to $100,000 a year in QCDs, if you did decide that you wanted to do more than that, then we talk about doing a donor advised fund, which you can also have done earlier in your life before you're able to start taking your RMDs, the required minimum distributions, at age 73 or older and under current tax law. This will afford you the ability to offset your income, keep more of your money, instead of making the IRS one of your charities. People make mistakes on this though. Sometimes they take these QCDs, which are basically just distributions out of your IRAs, after they've taken their RMDs. So staying on top of that and doing them first in the year before your full required minimum distribution has been taken out is by law the way to reduce those taxes. So these are some of the small little things that can have a big impact on taxes and your charitable intent. The charities getting the full dollar amount of what you wanted to, opposed to being reduced because you didn't take them out first. When talking about doing donor advised funds, which are basically taking money out of your taxable accounts, your non-retirement accounts, the focus would be on the securities that you own, whether they're mutual funds, individual stocks, or bonds that have been highly appreciated, typically stocks. And then by doing that, you're able to give that money away, have a large amount on charitable giving, and in doing so, not pay tax on that gain in that year. This is very important for securities, especially if you're trying to diversify your portfolio and take down the concentration you have in one stock. So this is a great opportunity for people to do that. And they can do that in a concentration of doing it in a 5-year lumping together in order to take advantage of that, especially in a year where you may have a high tax impacts, such as selling your business. In the next series, we will talk about more advanced planning for those that want to utilize charitable lead trusts and charitable remainder trusts.